Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to all of my new subscribers and previous subscribers. Thank you everyone for all of the support that you show me here on YouTube and in the Facebook junk journaling groups. Thank you so much for even supporting me in the Etsy store. Today, since I had such a positive response to the tea bag folio, I thought I'd do another variation of it. So this is part 2. And in this one, instead of having 2 panels, here's the original. Instead of having 2 panels, I reworked it so that now there's 3 panels. And I have 2 examples here, and one is using 12-inch paper and the other one is using 11-inch paper. That's because I know not everyone has 12 by 12 in their stash. So let's take a look first at the one that was done with the 12-inch paper. So I couldn't help myself, so I did a little specimen slide here, and then I did some enhancements to it. I put some things this time externally on the outside, and here is just a little space for people to do some journaling. And if you notice, if you look at the size of this, this is not the actual size of the paper. I shrunk the PDF down when I printed it because I wanted to hone in on a particular area for this project. And later on in this video, I'll show you how to shrink your PDFs in case you do want to hone in something to use as a journal card or to use as a tag. Sometimes you see an image on your scrapbook paper and you want to capture all of it, but you can't because it's too large. So I'll show you later on in this video how to shrink things down. So this is the front. Let's take a look at the back. So the back, I also did another enhancement. And let's see what we have in the envelope back here. And again, this is that paper that I shrunk down. So I did a little pop-up, and I wanted to use really positive words. So loved, blessed, valued, strong. And then I wanted to take the pop-up card a little bit further. Many times when you see these pop and twist cards, they don't take advantage of the extra space that you have in here. So I wanted to do, I did a journaling card, so there's more places for folks to journal. And I did another little journaling card over here. Let me get that out. So here's that journaling card. And then let me just put this away for now. And then let's go on and take a look at the inside now. So let me get back the original card. So the original card, here are the 2 panels that you see. But then because I used the 12-inch paper, I was now able to get another panel. So in this panel here, I've put in 2 journaling cards. And let me flip this over for you. And I put in another journaling card. And then over here, I did a little, like a little journaling folder. And then let's see over here, I've got some more journaling cards. And then over here, I had a little bit of fun. And we'll get to the fun in one moment. So here I have a journaling card, and these are the everything you see here is the Blooming Roses and Postcards digital that I have in the Etsy store. This part here where you could see through it, I printed the digital on some vellum. So here's a journaling card here. and then flip up. Here's another journaling card in here. And then I put 2 more journaling cards in here. And then here's the fun part. I also put in a hidden journaling space. So you can journal here and you can journal here. So how did I do it? You've seen me do this in the past. Do you see this panel here? So I put the panel down, but I only glued 3 sides, the left, the bottom, and the right. I left the top part open. And then, do you see the width of this card here? It's shorter than the width of the panel, and that's so that I can slide this card in and out. So have fun with this. Okay, so this one is the 12-inch one. Now let's take a look at the one that was done with 11-inch paper. So on the outside, I did something similar. Again, I shrunk the paper down, and we'll look at that momentarily. And here's a little journaling space. So let's turn this around. On the back, I have here, I created a little notebook, and I put in some journaling cards. And this time I just used some plain vellum and distressed around it. Okay, so now let's take a look at the inside. So here's the original card. Here's the 2 panels. Here's the 2 panels. But because we used an 11-inch paper, this 3rd panel is a little bit short, but it's still nonetheless extra space. So I put in some journaling cards, but I want you to notice something. When I put in the journaling cards, I'm careful not to put them, not to make them too big. The same thing with the 12-inch one, because this section here, this is your fold. That's what you have to tuck underneath. So you don't want to make journaling cards that are really extending too far out. That'll interfere with your folio closing. So let's look at the other side. I did the same thing here, careful not to make these cards too big, and I was able to get in 2 journaling cards. And this time I just used clear vellum, unlike the 12-inch card. Unlike the 12-inch one, the 12-inch folio. And here we have some journaling space. This time I thought I'd present it a little bit differently. And then over here on this side, again, I used just plain vellum and distressed it. And then over here, I put in tags and I put in some journaling cards. And again, this is not the actual size of the tag when you buy the paper. I shrunk it down. So in this next section, I'll give you a quick overview on how to do that. So I am in Adobe Acrobat. I've opened up one of my files. It's a PDF file, and I don't want to print this at the actual size because there's a particular area that I want to hone in on, and I want to perhaps make a tag or a journal card out of it. So here's what you can do to shrink your PDFs if you want to hone in on a particular image. You'd click the print icon, and right now the custom scale is the actual size. It's going to print with that. See this white border? It's going to print with this 1/4-inch white border. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to change 100 to 60%. And if I clicked on this radio button, that will
shrink the image for you. So here, this is now going to print at a smaller size, and then you would just click the print button.
Okay, so now that we've looked at how to shrink things down so that you can capture certain areas of your scrapbook paper, let's take a look now at the scoring on the two folios. So here is my 12-inch paper by 3 inches, and then here is my 11-inch paper by 3 inches. With both of these, the process that we used in the last video, that's the same. So on the 3-inch side, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the 1.5-inch marker, and we're just going to put just a little mark at 1.5 inches. We're going to do that on the 12-inch paper, and we're going to do that on the 11-inch paper as well. Okay, so I'm going to just set this aside just a little bit. I always like to put just a little bit of glue on the inside here. Don't go too far down because it helps to keep things together. So where we put that little notch, that little scoring notch, we're gonna fold here so we get a clean, even fold. Okay. Okay. And you know from the previous tutorial, do all of your distressing. Okay, then what we're going to do next is we're going to bring this point to this area here. It gets a little bit challenging. The paper gets thick with all of the folding. Okay, then you're going to take your string as you did the last time and try to staple it as far back as you can, about 1/8 of an inch, and in the center as much as possible. Try to get it as straight as you can, and no worries if you don't. Okay. And then here is now my 11-inch paper, and I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so with both of these, make sure you put your knot in. Okay, so with both of these, what we're going to do is turn it over and get this edge of the paper to the edge of the of your scoreboard, and then you're going to have the folded side down, and then what you're going to do is you're going to score at the 4-inch mark, and then you're going to turn your paper over, get this all the way over, and then you're going to score at 3 3/8, and then you're going to score again at 4 5/8. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing with the other paper. if you're using 11 inches. So you're going to score on the back at the 4-inch mark. Turn it over, get this all the way over, score again 3 3/8, score again 4 5/8. Okay. All right.
Turn the card over and we'll work from the back side as seen here.
So you're going to fold this way, and then you're going to fold. This is the 4-inch fold, and then you're going to fold this back, and then where you have that other score line, you're going to fold it this way. So it's going to look like this. You've got the back of the paper. That 4-inch fold is up, right? So now that 4-inch fold is in. Okay. So turn it this way now on your scoreboard. And then what you're going to do now is you're going to roll your paper a little bit. Make sure everything is aligned. You're going to roll your paper a little bit, and don't commit to folding until you are sure you are as close as possible to the staple. Remember, if you stapled on an angle, then you bring this fold to the lower part of the angle, whether you're angled this way or whether you're angled this way. Okay, so this is pretty straight, so I'm going to bring this fold as close to it, and then I'm going to make sure everything is aligned, and then I'm going to roll back just ever so slightly, because when I fold this, it should be brushed up against the staple, not past it. So I've rolled back ever so slightly, and now I'm going to commit. Okay, and now I'll commit to the other score lines, because things are now aligned. Okay, so now what you're going to do is, this is your guide. So you're going to take your scissor and you're going to snip, being careful not to cut this, and you're going to do the same on the other side. You're going to snip, and then this is, you know what to do from here, and then it tucks underneath. All right, so that's the one that is the shorter paper, and then you know, you'll have to, if you didn't do your scoring on both sides, you know, when I said to commit, then you can score on this side as well. So this is the one that is the 11-inch paper. Let me just finish scoring that so that lays a little bit flatter. Okay, you're going to do the same thing with the 12-inch. So I'm going to take that middle fold, and then I'm going to bend the other fold, and I'm going to bend that last fold. Okay, so I see the back of the staple and the paper, and I'm going to roll this, making sure that my other folds are down. Okay, so I'm going to just roll this. I'm using my hand to hold this side down so that things don't bend up and go out of whack. So as with the 11-inch, make sure everything is aligned. And if you're on an angle, you go to the lower part of the angle. Okay. I don't want my crease to be beyond the stapler. I want it to be below the staple. Okay, so I think that'll work. And everything is aligned. I'm rolling back a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to commit. And oops. And I'll commit on this side as well. And again, you're going to use this as your guide. Okay. Now, if you look here, you have this extension, and if you fold it in, it's going to buckle because it's a little too long. So what I do is I cut off just slightly beyond 1/8 of an inch, ever so slightly beyond 1/8 of an inch. So here's 8 inches right here. Here's 7 7/8. So I'll cut just a hair below 1/8 of an inch. So let me do that and I'll be right back. So let's see if I were to curl this back now. Okay, it's not going to buckle. It looks like I have space now.
If you're unsure, then cut a little at a time.
Okay, and I can crease these things down a little bit better. And then let me get the shape back the other way. And it folds in, and I just need to crease things down. So this one is the, and that fits right in there. Okay, so this one is the 12-inch, the one that started out as 12-inch, and this is the one that started out as 11 inches. So I hope that was helpful. One last thing. There is a fellow crafter, Tina from Shabby Debbie Doodah, who's really, talk about having a hard time. I'm going to put the link to her video. Please take a moment to listen to her video, and if you can, please help her in any way. Buy something from her store. If you don't have anything to give,
the prayers of the righteous is powerful and effective.
That's what the Bible says. So please take a moment to go on over to Tina's site, Shabby Debbie Doodah, here on YouTube. And if you liked today's video, please hit the like button, please share, and please subscribe. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.